not even gonna lie.
I blame Jay for not me eating for like 4 hours, DJ.
I take no responsibility.
Yeah, you do. Cause I was like, okay. Remember I saw the preview, but I didn't see all this shit. Maybe I was looking at the wrong preview.
Yeah,
I
probably.
was like, what the hell? I was like, oh shit, I'm sorry. I was like, what the hell is this? I was like, and then they want to call me while I'm doing the podcast. These motherfuckers. I'm sorry. Um, welcome to Jay and Keda Talks Movie Talk.
Oh, that's how you do it.
That's what I really was calling me though.
That's how you do it. You trick us with your fake cell phone ring
No,
and
somebody is really calling me though. I ain't say their name because they're gonna cuss me out for saying their name. But
okay.
yeah, no, they really did. They always do this. It must be important. I'll call them later. But
Yeah, so welcome to Jay and Keda Movie Talk. With we have a special guest with us. If you listen to what was that episode? One of the Raw recap, as Keda called it.
it's episode 4, Jay. Come on, you
Yeah,
better
episode.
than me with. Come on.
Well,
We just
it
did
all.
episode 5 today. Episode 4. Come on.
Yeah, okay. Well, all the Raw recap it runs. So, but Keda, you can go ahead and introduce our guest this time.
No, you could DJ. Introduce yourself. He ain't
No,
no guest.
he's a
Uh,
he's a guest.
He family.
Okay. Go ahead.
what's up? It's DJ BTB. On here. What's up? How y'all doing?
Yes, yeah. I'm telling you, Jay. We gotta make DJ do like the little
Like a little intro to the
Yeah,
episode.
I'm telling you, man. He got that voice. He got that voice for it. Yes.
We can do that. Like I said, we can do that. Definitely, we can do that one.
Well, this is your movie talk,
Yes,
so
it is. Yes, it is. And we're going to be discussing 1997's horror thriller, the movie Mimic. Um, basically, well, before we get started, have either one of you seen, like, knew anything about the movie before you watching?
no.
I knew of like it existing, but I never saw it before.
Okay. All right. Because I actually saw it when it came out at the movie theater. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I went because it was around the time. I don't know if you guys ever remember, like when movies is past its regular theatrical run, it goes to like they had like the $1.50 movies. I mean, it still be in the movie theater, but it was like movie theaters that was only $1.50, and you go and you could watch them like that. And that's where I saw it. I saw it late at night with my sister and her boyfriend at the time. We would always go after he get off of work, and we would go and see movies like that. And that was one of the ones that we saw. And I mean, when I saw, I was like, let's see, 97. I had to be, what was I was 11. So, right, I'm kind of saying my age, but I was 11. So it kind of freaked me out at first when I saw it. But before we get you guys' thoughts on it, just kind of give a rundown of what the movie was about. And I should have had this up in front of me before I
Yeah,
started
yeah,
talking.
yeah. You should have, but we know stuff changes in the last 30 minutes. So
Yeah, things kind of changed. So, if I can get this. This is for the movie. It says 3 years ago, Dr. Susan Tyler genetically created an insect to kill cockroaches carrying a disease. Now the insects are out to destroy their only predator, mankind. And the movie stars Mira Sorvino as Dr. Susan Tyler, Jeremy Northam as Dr. Peter Mann, Charles S. Dutton as Leonard, Josh Brolin as Josh.
excuse me.
So, basically, we're gonna start off with like DJ. We'll start with you. What did you think of the movie, and did you like it, or what did you not like about it, and stuff like that?
what I liked about it was, well, first I had to set aside. I had to remember this movie was made in '97, so I had to like kind of have that mind state, like this was made in '90. Like when I did that, I like the movie for what it was. Would I say it's a great movie? I wouldn't say that, but it was fun. Stuff I can laugh at. There was stuff that it had this unintentional comedy.
Yeah,
I didn't like the cliche ending. I didn't like that because I kind of saw like it ending like how I expected it to end.
yeah.
All the black people died.
Yeah, well, there's something later I'm gonna mention in regards to that too. But Keto, yeah, same question to you. What did you think?
I would never watch it again.
You never watch it again.
It creeped me out. I'm trying not to cuss right now. It creeped me out. The cop helped me get into the movie because I was like 20 seconds to turn it off.
That would be the Charles S. Dutton character, Leonard.
Yes, he was cursing really bad, and he made me stay in tune to this.
Well, he acted, kind of like how we would probably act in a real life situation if this was happening.
That's probably why I liked them.
Yeah, because when things started getting kind of crazy, he especially I know I'm kind of skipping ahead somewhat, but the scene where they first see the creature and he's like, "What the hell is that?" And he takes off and run ahead of them and leave. He basically leaving them. He's like he's supposed to be the cop. He's supposed to be the one that's in charge, take charge, and he got to save the civilians. No, he's like, hell with y'all. I'm getting the hell out of here. Y'all come where I am. So
Fuck him on that shit.
but yeah, I mean, for me, it's kind of a tale with me. I mean, I like I said, I saw the movie when it first came out in the movie theater and everything. I've watched it countless times. Matter of fact, this was the first time in maybe 3 or 4 years that I actually had seen it. And like you said, DJ, when you look back at it, I mean, even though it's 97, but I don't know, maybe because I was watching it on a high def TV or whatnot, but the special effects was not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. The effects kind of held up somewhat too. They not
Because this movie I've seen in the 2000s that effects didn't look that good.
yeah, but I mean with this being 97, the effects held up, fairly decent. Yeah, there's some parts where you can tell oh it's fake, but I mean the practical effects when they show like the close up of the creatures and everything, it was good. And like I said, it looked better than stuff that I've seen in the 2000s.
Right.
What I was gonna say, well, I mean, it was directed by Guillermo del Toro. I mean, who's probably most famous for the Hellboy movies, Blade 2, and most recent he does the Strain that come on FX. So and there's kind of a little similarities with that too, with the fact that both the doctors they work for the CDC. So in regards to that, I like how they kind of kept it somewhat realistic, where there was actual a reason that everything was happening, and that it was all about evolution and how that played a role into why these creatures evolved and what they evolved to. So I mean, what else you guys thought of? Start with you.
I'm trying to think. It was okay. It explained to me about the little boy.
Chewie.
Yeah.
Well, he had to be like, I think he was autistic. That's what I took away from that he was autistic, and because I guess that was his dad. He with the shoes and everything, he was a shoe shiner or whatnot. So he with most kids, I believe, that have autism, they kind of gravitate to whatever things around them that kind of keep them kind of stable or whatnot. And I guess the thing with the shoes, I mean, I kind of like he had the two shoes and he could mimic any type of shoe, and he knew exactly what type of shoe it was. I kind of like that, but yeah, like I said, I think he was autistic.
Okay.
Okay. Trying to think what else here. Well, I know Keda don't watch The Walking Dead, but DJ, you watch The Walking Dead?
Oh yeah, faithfully.
All right. Did you notice one of the people that play on The Walking Dead was actually in this movie?
You're gonna who exactly?
Well, he was younger back then, of course, but Daryl from
Oh,
he was the guy when Susan and her friend went to the water plant, and he had when they pulled up and he saw the dead creature.
Oh
That
yeah,
was him.
yeah,
God.
yeah. Shit, I didn't even recognize him.
I didn't either until I was watching. I was like, why he look familiar? And I was like, oh wait a minute, that's Daryl from The Walking Dead. Like, it's crazy.
Only person I recognized was the cop. He was obviously the guy from he was the dad from Menace to Society.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, he's been in a lot of stuff. Cause matter of fact, when me and Keda was talking yesterday, when she was watching it, and she was talking about him and about how over the top his character was in a sense, I told her, I said she should watch Alien 3 because he was
Oh
in
yeah,
that.
Alien 3, yeah.
He was in that too, and if she thought his character was something in this, she should definitely watch that. But I know she's not gonna watch it.
Hell no.
So, I'm trying to think. So, I mean, What else did you guys like take away from the movie, DJ?
Well, I mean, one thing I'm not trying to sound mean, but the little kid kept getting in the way, I guess, at certain times.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, you want to explain like why you feel like he was getting in the way?
I mean, it's just little moments the way he be there. I just be like, if he wasn't here, it wouldn't be as much like, I guess, like stress at this moment. Just to say,
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, he kind of helped further the story along in a sense too,
true.
because I mean, if he kind of knew about the creature more so than they did at first because he called them funny shoes because they didn't have any shoes, so the footstep pattern was different. He knew there was something different about them. He just didn't, of course, he didn't know what it was, but he knew there was something different. And then if he didn't go down into that abandoned church, then his dad doesn't go down there, and type of thing. So, plus, I mean, I'm gonna kind of go into something real quick. The one thing I didn't like about the movie, I liked the movie, but the one thing I didn't like about it was the whole thing about the kind of love, you know, relationship between the two doctors, two main stars, and about them trying to have a kid, and then in the end, they kind of end up with a kid. In a sense, what? Even though it wasn't their kid,
Oh, yeah.
but they end up with a kid. You know what I mean? It's like because they couldn't have a kid, so let's have them end up with someone else's kid who just maybe 20 minutes ago was killed by this big creature. So I don't know. But
Pre-
that's just me.
Pretty much. Jay, I got a question for you. So, what do you think about the two kids dying down in the? That is not funny. And it's
Y'all, y'all wasn't expecting that shit.
Characters and everything, especially the little white boy. He had those rabbit teeth
oh
and everything. I really did. I forgot about that, right? But and I totally forgot about the part where they go down in the subway and when they get killed. One, I always thought that happened like a little later in the movie. I didn't realize it happened so early in the movie. And it's always for me, like I said, I'm not one that's open to always about kids getting killed in movies. I mean, I know it's supposed to be quote unquote taboo to kill kids in movies, but at the same time, I don't mind it because it's still realistic. I hate when they save kids in movies just for the sake of saving them. But it's funny how these two kids they get killed almost like the way you would see two grown up. It should have been two grown ups playing that part opposed to two kids playing that part. Because the way they get killed is like how you would see most grown ups get killed in a movie like this.
yeah, I was like, okay, I'm ready for this movie to end. I was like, oh gosh.
Like the kids get killed.
Well, before that, really, but the cop kind of saved it.
Well, well, yeah. I mean, yeah, the movie kind of starts out a little slow. Yeah, it do. I admit that. It starts out slow, but it picks up once they all kind of end up down there in the subway
Yeah.
in a sense.
Yeah, if you say so.
I mean, if I say so. Okay. All right, kid. I know you say that the black cop saves it for you, but what exactly besides? I mean, yeah, he act like a true black person in a sense in this movie, but but what? I mean, like, what exactly did you like about his character?
He was just kirking. Like he was just kirking. Like what the fuck is this? Like that. I was telling you, if he didn't like kirk out, I probably would have turned it off. That's
Okay.
that's the
All
only
right.
thing that saved it. I mean the dude. What's the dude name that was with I don't know names. The one was when they fell, they went down. The cop and the lady boyfriend with the glasses and the other dude got killed. I was oh poor man. But yeah, when the two guys killed, that's the only part. I was like, oh damn, he died. He was going
But
back to get help or something. Him.
what was crazy about it is the fact that I mean his real name is Josh Brolin, I mean, he's been in a ton of movies. His name is Josh, so it's like he was playing himself in a sense. And I don't know, it's just that always kind of amazes me with stuff. But yeah, his death scene was kind of like, ugh. Like you think he was gonna get out of there, but then all of a sudden he gets got.
He got real bad because
Yeah,
I'm one of them people don't like to see blood out somebody's mouth, and I'm just like, oh god, that's so nasty. Unless you're a
What
vampire.
What would y'all say the worst death in the movie was? Like the worst one, not including the kids.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
not
That's
including
kind of
the
the
kid.
easy one because it was
Yeah,
also that was also the most shocking moment to me. Well, that's
in the
that's the easy.
in the
yeah.
beginning with the Chinese dude.
The Chinese priest.
Yeah,
Oh, off
that was disgusting.
the roof.
Yeah, say again, DJ.
Talking about when he went off the roof.
Yeah, but when he took him in the down the
Oh,
drain.
when he was trying to, he was trying to get him,
Oh
down.
god,
Yeah, yeah, that was kind of.
you bringing memories back. Oh god, and it's dark time.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
For me, I probably would say I would have to go with. I would say, I'll say the Leonard. I'll say his death, even him sacrificing himself for his, his white counterparts. I would say that's basically what he did. I mean, be real now. That's basically what he did. He sacrificed himself because he didn't have to do that.
No
He
comment.
really did. I was just like, man, I don't know.
He didn't
You
have
gonna
to
take a
do that.
vote on this shit.
He did not have to do that.
Okay, Jay, explain to me. Okay, we know the male was the dominant, but explain when she found out that they had lungs.
Well, it was the fact that they were. I mean, they found out. I mean, basically, it's all in the title, mimic. So they was evolving into like a, I want to say like a subhuman type race or whatnot.
Jesus. Huh?
I was gonna say like a human meta creature type mutated type shit. Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Cause the car like freaked out when they was in the little what's that the little train
Yeah,
car yeah, and then the lungs and then she like ripped it open. I'm just like ugh, gosh. Yeah. What did you think about her character? The main
her,
the main character.
her character. I mean, I was. I mean, back in the day, I was a Mira Sorvino fan. I mean, because she been on a lot of stuff, but it's like after 1999, her career kind of fell off. But as far as her character in this, I don't know. It's like she it's like she was there, but she really didn't do anything. She kind of kept taking a back seat to her boyfriend and to Leonard. It's like she
It
was,
didn't feel like she was the main character in a
yeah,
sense,
yeah.
but she was.
Even though she is, but it's like she wasn't.
So it's like a soap opera type of thing. Like you got the main character, but they not really the main character. Like the supporting
She,
actress and actors, the
she was
main.
basic. She was basically CM Punk when he had the world title.
That's where you bring that up, but okay.
She was supposed to be the main event, but she wasn't.
That is
Yeah,
where he brings that up, Jay.
yeah.
You
I
go
mean, that's
check out our episode 5 when it come out, DJ.
yeah. When it
That's
get
pretty
posted,
weird.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely checking that out.
But yeah, I mean, she was what she was. I mean, to be honest, I almost felt like in some ways the boyfriend was more the main character. He was more to take charge. He was more the action because I mean, he in a sense defeats the whole race of creatures in a sense. She just had to deal with that one. At the end.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Did that creep me
she
out?
cut herself, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah. That was just oof. No. Okay. The first time when she got cut, remember she was in the lab and the bug cut her.
And
I thought she was gonna die or something. Honestly.
well, if they would have killed off, if they would have killed her off, then the movie would have probably ended right there.
Well, I know, but you know they do that sometimes in movies. But
yeah, yeah, they do. But
yeah, but the boyfriend when he like got away and then he looked relieved for a second and then he looks up.
yeah,
I
yeah,
was just like, oh shit.
yeah. but that scene kind of reminded me of DJ. I don't know if you've seen it, but Aliens. When Ripley had to go and get the little girl, and she got her, and when she turns around, she realized, oh shit, I'm in the nest with the queen. That's kind of
The
what that's
aliens, fire face
yeah
and all that. Yeah.
yeah. That's what it kind of reminded me of. It's like he got away from the one, and it's like he turned around like, oh shit. And then they all surrounded around him, like, oh yeah, but he managed to get up out of there, and he saved
Oh,
the day in a sense.
this movie gave me it reminded me of certain things that happen in other horror movies and shows, like the whole them putting the guts all over themselves. That gave me like the Walking Dead vibe, and I wonder if Walking Dead like saw stuff like that and kind of like thought of it, you know?
Yeah, you right about that. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, because in the first season of Walking Dead, they do that. So
I mean,
yeah,
I've seen a lot of zombie movies and shows, but I never really seen one that actually implied they, covered themselves or like, kind of mask themselves. So, ain't no
yeah.
telling.
I mean, because Guillermo del Toro, like I say, the dude, he like all that type of stuff. And like I say, I haven't watched this season of The Strain, but the first season was real good, and the special effects that they had with that, I mean, they're supposed to be vampires, even though they don't act like vampires. The way he kind of incorporate the way they look and everything, I thought it was good too. Like in this movie, how the creatures they looked, how he made them look like people in a sense. So the way they blend in is like was like, oh, they're gonna take over the human race in a sense. So, but what I wanted to bring up, and because we talked about it earlier, what I was gonna bring up about, if you notice, all of the quote unquote ethnic characters all get killed off.
Oh, every last one of
Yeah,
They got
them. I
hot.
was like,
and that kind of bothered me, especially with the fact that you have a Mexican director and the only people. But then again, I did read that there was a lot of studio interference with this movie, because I found out too that there's supposed to be this cut. So I'm kind of interested, okay, what was cut and changed opposed to what we finished product of what we saw. Like what was different. Like maybe certain other characters, in the original version, but then the studio was like, no, let's kill them off too, because we only supposed to have this makeshift family survive in a sense. That's how it felt.
I mean, from what I saw, the version I watched was supposedly a director's cut, but I mean, because I hadn't seen it before, I don't know. But it didn't really feel like there was anything different. The version I had was like an hour and 50 minutes.
Okay. I mean, Keda, you got any more questions?
Um, no, not right now. I'm thinking.
No questions.
Yeah, from once I don't have questions. Oh, I do. You know names better than me. The man who okay, you remember the lady brought that bug to the man?
Hmm.
Explain his character to me.
Well, that dude, he kind of show up in a lot of movies too. Um,
I think he playing. It's a show only I know. It's called Homeland. I think he
no,
playing.
no, that's not him.
That's not him.
He kind of look like, I know you talking. He kind of look like him, but that's not him.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Tell me, you watch Homeland?
No, I don't watch
Oh,
Homeland, but
okay.
I know
Same.
that I've seen like the commercials, and I know which character that you talking about, because he
Okay.
wear glasses, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. No, no, that's not him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I mean, I guess like years ago she was probably like a student of his or whatnot at the university, and so she's that's someone that she can fall back on. And that's another thing too. It's like she always had to rely on other people in order to get things done. She had to rely on the boyfriend to get things done. She had to rely on that character to get things done. Leonard had to do stuff. So it's like she really didn't. And then I mean, at the end, the train do what she couldn't do. So
Yeah, Train had to come and kill the rope. She just kind of lured it to it and shit.
yeah. It's like, well, what the hell did you really do in this movie? I mean, I'm so okay. To kind of sidetrack and kind of go to our wrestling thing real quick. I like strong female characters. I mean, I'm one person that's like that. I mean, because like here lately, there's always
Like
this whole
Stephanie McMahon.
no, not like that. Anyway, no. Um, no, you know how it's this whole thing lately about there's no strong female characters in movies, this, that, and the other. But to be honest, in this movie, Mira Sorvino character is not a strong female character. She's just kind of a
There.
damsel. Yeah, she's a damsel in distress who they kind of masquerade as a strong female character. Like she's trying to get tough with this big creature. Stay away from him, blah blah blah. But you ain't doing nothing. What are you doing? You ain't doing nothing. I
Oh,
don't know.
okay. So, okay, when the creature kidnapped her, how come he didn't kill her?
I mean, I mean, DJ probably agree with this too. That's an old horror movie thing of where,
90s.
yeah, you
Okay.
you can't kill the main female character. You
Okay.
can
Well,
kidnap, you can beat them up a little. They can get they get roughed up, but you can't
There's
kill
always,
them.
there's always gonna be those characters, especially in the 90s and sometimes in the 2000s, where it's just from the beginning of the movie, you know they're not gonna die.
Hmm.
Sometimes this could be depicted by just simply the race of the character. Sometimes it could be depicted by the gender or just how the character is introduced. Like I don't know if you've ever seen Scream, but you know how Scream they kind of had the horror movie rules,
Yep.
like kind of like the
yeah.
how you're gonna die. It's essentially it's true.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was like,
Character
what?
has sex, they're gonna die if a character because it's little things that'll come in. Even though they did have sex in this movie, but I mean it's just little things that'll come into play where you just kind of just know. And if they do die, it's usually at the very end.
Okay. Because I was like, what, 8 in this movie? So I was like 8 years old when this came out. So or 7. I don't know. But still, it was interesting to know like, okay, he kidnapped her, and then he kidnapped the little boy too. So I was like, okay.
Look, like I said, he was trying to make a family.
Yeah.
It seemed like
That big motherfucker. Oh
he was
god,
trying
that
to make
will
a
creep
family.
me out. And then she took the pictures and she like kind of like did the puzzle, and I'm like, oh
Yeah,
my gosh. And then the blood just standing there. And then she say like, you have the time or something stupid. And then she like realizing she ran, he just like cuffed her, like he just got her, like
yeah, and took off.
pretty much, pretty much. And he like put her somewhere down, and then that was it.
All right, so I mean, like I said, I know I mentioned we kind of touched on it a little bit in regards to the ethnic characters all dying off, but it, that's a, I mean, what do you guys think about that whole trope in horror movies where it always seemed like the ethnic characters always have to get killed off for its white counterparts in a sense?
Well, at first, I used to not want to believe that stereotype. I remember a while ago, I went on a rant on Twitter. It might have been last Halloween. I was watching horror movies. I was like, I don't get where the stereotype comes from. I feel like there's a lot of movies where the black guy doesn't die first, or this is that. But then every time I say that, I end up seeing a movie where it's like, no, I said that on Twitter, and then I saw Scream 2. Like it came on, and I was like, oh, I don't know. And then movies like this. I mean, it's a lot of movies. I mean, you can go everything from the Hills Have Lies remakes to Dawn of the Dead. You can go to everything. You go to Saw. You go to all these movies. Like I don't know. If you black, Spanish, Asian, you're probably gonna die. And
Hey,
I think that comes into play with typically the minority characters typically aren't really that important from the jump, so you're kind of expendable.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But yeah,
but I mean, but like in this, okay, you have, I mean, the first character that dies is an old Asian man. That's the first character that gets killed off. The Asian man, Asian man gets killed off first. I mean, I think the only white person that get killed is the Josh character. I mean, well the kids, the little white boy, but I mean he don't count
White
because
boy too, and
he's
then
kind
the
of,
little guy at first.
yeah. Yeah, the black boy died first, and then the little white kid he just got. But I don't know if he was white or if he supposed to been like Italian or something. I don't know, but
You surprised me.
I don't know. But but yeah, I mean that's always been something that bothers me in movies. And even though like you say, DJ, I was one who never tried to believe that. But when you watch certain movies, because I bring up there, okay, in Friday the 13th Part 3, the black character, the black dude in that, he actually dies twice. It's like
Oh yeah,
he, he,
yeah.
he dies twice. It's like you basically Jason kills him, and then they bring him back to life later just so Jason can kill him again. It's like, really?
Jesus.
Yeah.
In die in movies, we essentially will get the weirdest or wackiest or most brutal death.
Yeah, they do us terrible. I mean, like with Leonard. Okay, once his leg gets sliced, you already know he's gonna die. You don't know when, but you know he's gonna die because they're not gonna let him hobble up out of there alive. But then it's like once everybody takes off and runs, runs out doing whatever they're doing, he for some reason decides to take excuse me, take the bandage off his leg and start walking down the train track to lure the creature to him because he bleeds. It's like, why? Why would you do that?
He made sure the white people okay.
Man,
It's like
well,
no
what?
one would do that in real life. Like nobody. I don't
Hell
care if
no.
I got shot 9 times, was bleeding out, and there was zombies coming. I'm not gonna sacrifice myself to do everything I can to live.
No. I mean, everything that he did up until that point was realistic, but that part was not realistic for me. It wasn't realistic.
That much I'm about to die in the world. I promise.
Jay, go back to the part. I think it was in the beginning when it was her and the boyfriend. They was visiting the sick kids. What was that?
Yeah, because
So,
that's where it starts off with is that I guess some disease had was a had was running through the city or whatnot, and they came up with this idea of the creature that they ended up creating, help to stop that disease because a lot of scientists they do stuff like that, like the CDC and places like that. They'll use like different type of animals or whatnot to try to curve whatever disease. And I think, and that's where that came from. They never explained like what exactly the illness was, but I mean, we know it was some type of illness because you remember her, the man, the professor, I guess, later on when he talked about it was like because of you, I have two grandchildren that are alive today, and I thank you for that, and I'll be a hypocrite to, judge you on about what you did. So, but they never say exactly what the disease was.
oh, okay. Because I was like, how come they never went back to that part? But okay.
Yeah.
Okay. They should have. Okay. Do you think they should have did that at the end or like somewhere? But like they killed they killed the king. I'm gonna say I'm gonna call him king. I'm not call him a big ass cockroach. Call him the king. You think they should have went back and like it's done and I don't know. Like
No, I mean, because to be honest, whatever that disease was, it's kind of secondary to what the main story was. Is like what they did went against nature, and this was nature's way of kind of coming back to bite them in the ass in a sense.
okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. If you had to choose, okay, if you had to choose, where would you want to see that movie like located? Like not New York. Like where else would you be interested to see that movie take place at?
It take place.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, probably like maybe like somewhere in China or something, or like England. Somewhere European, like because there's a few scenes like shots in the movie, like especially like during the like the rain scene when the dad was looking for the little boy.
Hmm.
That almost had like a European feel to it. It looked like something you see like in a European.
I know
So
what you mean.
yeah, so something like that. Because it even had the little moody music to it, and him out there in the rain and stuff like that. 'Cause I've seen that like certain movies. So yeah, so like China or somewhere European, like that.
Okay.
I want us to get some movies, or this movie in particular. It'd be cool, but any movie in general, I want to get some movies based in locations we don't normally get movies in. You
Some
know,
examples.
well, I mean, for instance, think of how the '90s movies were basically New York, Detroit, Chicago, LA,
Yeah,
Miami sometimes. Let's get in now. It's like a lot of movies in the South now. I mean, in shows too. You have shit like The Walking Dead. A lot of stuff now. They like those rural areas, but let's get a movie in Wyoming or some shit. A place I don't know nothing about. Do a movie in South Dakota.
yeah, they could do
Do a
that. I
movie
mean,
in New Hampshire or some shit.
I
Horror
mean,
movie in particular. That'd be nice.
they never said exact. Well, I don't know if you ever seen. It's not really, it's not just considered a horror movie, but I mean, it's a horror movie to me. But it's this movie called The Edge with Alec Baldwin and Anthony Hopkins, where they crash this plane and they crash somewhere in Alaska. They trying to survive and they're getting chased by this big grizzly bear.
I haven't seen that movie.
Yeah, that's kind of intense. And of course the black guy in that, of course, he dies. But
he had to point that out, y'all. He had to point
yeah,
that
well,
out.
of course. I mean, he was the pilot, so I guess because the plane crashed, he had to die. So, but yeah, I mean, like I say, that's Alaska, so you got a lot of rural area there. Plus, you got the bears and whatever else can probably get you in there. So, but yeah, I mean, you're right. They really don't kind of expand the horizon when it comes to where they set certain movies. Or if they do set it somewhere, it always take place solely in a building or something. So you never get to see like the landscape.
Oh.
But
there's something about that New York environment that just nothing against New York, nothing like that. Anybody listening to New York, nothing against. It's just when you see that environment in so many, not even just movies and just horror movies alone, you see it so much, it just kind of gets like old and kind of like,
yeah, and to kind of piggyback off of that, I mean, if the movie universe was real, New York has been destroyed and rebuilt and destroyed again so many times. It's like they must have contractors or something on speed dial or something, because as much as New York gets destroyed. Because I mean, even at the end of this movie, when when he blows up the underground lair, it comes up into the city and cars
that
get
would have
destroyed.
pissed me off. Cars on fire. That would have pissed me the hell off.
You sitting in a restaurant or something, and the doggone manhole cover comes flying through the window, and you're like, what the hell is this? But I was gonna say, so, and because kind of wrap this up in a little bit, what do you guys like take away from your viewing experience of Mimic?
Can I go first? Never watched again. Thank God watching the daytime, and I really don't like cockroaches. Go ahead, DJ.
I want to sound in between y'all because I don't hate this movie as much as Keda, but I don't like it as much as Jay. I feel like I'm in between.
Okay.
My thing is because I'm always open to watch any horror movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it for what it was. The '90s cliches of the movie kind of made me laugh, so I got to enjoy it. I watched it with my brother and my little sister earlier. It was cool, but I can nitpick at little things, but ultimately they're not worth nitpicking at. It's just ultimately it was a pretty decent movie. I probably wouldn't watch it again, but I'd watch the sequels.
And matter of fact, there is a Mimic 2, and it's on Netflix.
Yeah, you all can have fun discussing that one.
I've never watched the sequel. I've never. Yeah. I mean, I've heard of it, but I never watched it.
Right. If you guys want to do that, sure, have fun with that. Don't put me in that one.
No, I don't think we'll do a show for that. But
okay.
Not to take it too far off topic, but still in the horror range. Have you ever seen the movie Cube?
Yes, I've seen Cube. I've seen the first one. Because they made, I think it was 3 of them. I've seen the first one.
I've seen all 3. This is the best, worst horror movie of all time. Like, I really like the concept of it, but the acting was horrible.
Well, they kind of say that Saw stole its idea from Cube.
So, yeah, I can definitely see that.
Well, it's been a minute since I've seen Cube. I don't know if that's on. I don't think that's on Netflix though.
See, personally, I would say Saw is my favorite horror movie, but when you watch movies like Seven, you watch movies like Cube, you can see the influence and stuff.
Yeah. But to kind of wrap up our little Mimic talk, I mean, what would you guys grade Mimic from a scale of 1 to 5?
2.
2? Okay.
Because I like even numbers.
Of course. DJ?
I give it a strong 3.8 out of 5.
3.8 out of 5. All right.
Wow. Yes, he is in the middle. Would you get us a 5, Jay?
No, I don't give it a 5. No, I give it a solid 3. And most of that goes to Charles S. Dutton character, Leonard. I get it, so it's a solid 3 and everything. Well,
in all fairness, my 3.8 comes from it was a lot of unintentional comedy, so I still enjoyed the movie, but not for the right reasons.
Not for the right reasons.
I
Jesus.
can make any movie funny. Like I made jokes out of 12 Years a Slave. Like I can make anything funny.
Wow, wow. So I don't know if I could do that, but well,
It's kind of
as I'm thinking, yeah, there's a few things, but that's we can do that somewhere down the road. Um,
yeah.
so yeah, let's say to wrap up this episode of Jay and Keda talk movie talk,
Two. Episode 2.
episode 2, yes.
Yes. There you go.
You know, and so with that, I'm gonna let Keda do the plugs.
Really, Jay? Like really?
Yes, really.
Really?
Yeah.
DJ, what kind of people can find you at, man?
You can find me on Twitter at Slowed and Chopped. That's slowed, the letter N, and chopped. DJ BTB. If you type that in, I'm sure I'll come up somehow. You follow me on there. You want wrestling talk, little sports talk, a little movie talk. Hit me up.
All right, cool. Oh yeah, I gotta ask you something too, DJ. After we done with this about SoundCloud, but go follow us at SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/Keda-J. Follow me at it 1991. Follow Jay for J Gals. Follow him on Twitter as well, and follow our Twitter page. The show page is Keda the letter N J show. Follow that as well. When you go to YouTube, just type in J. No, you see, you don't get credit, J. Keda and the letter N J, and it pop right up, and our channel pop up. Subscribe on YouTube. Comment, like, let us know how you like the movies and other things we have on our page as well. Oh, and heart us on SoundCloud. We're trying to build up them viewers on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
And is there anything else?
That is it.
Okay. All right. I'm horrible. I didn't even push in yet. And peace.
Peace.